Hello everybody, Dominomial here. Welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Last episode we did some comets. I talked about the tabletop campaign I'm in. I'm probably still gonna continue talking about that a little bit this episode. But, yeah. That's about it. This episode, we're doing a speedrun comet. Speedrun comet, huh? So some of the speedrun comets in this game work a little bit differently than they do in Galaxy 1. Because this one, you have to actually collect clocks to make sure that the time doesn't go to 0. It's a process. It isn't so hard in this one. I mean, I say as I die, but you know, you just gotta keep collecting clocks, go fast, etc. It's something that I practice a lot in Galaxy 1, so it's not really a problem here. Because this level doesn't have Yoshi in it. I still want that clock. Oh yeah, and the level is like abridged. It's really short. And I think there's like 5 clocks here. Like, honestly, you can beat this guy in like 30 seconds. Not even. Make sure to use the quick method of getting rid of him. And now he's gonna get angry. Doesn't matter. And there's a lot more star bits on this planet, too, than the last one, if you really want to collect star bits under a time limit. But just get the star and be safe. You can collect a couple. Oh, you can collect them when you're done. Neat. I am gonna need star bits, because otherwise I'm going to have to grind star bits no matter what. And there is a very specific level in World 6 that you can grind star bits very easily on. Okay. That's all in this world. Yeah. There's a couple comets in World 2. Let's go back to World 3 for now. If I backtrack and do all the comets at once, it's not gonna be that fun to watch. Let's do the second level of Haunty Halls. Haunty Halls? What? Whatever. So yeah, I was talking a little bit about the One Piece campaign last episode. And I'm basically done with talking about that. Well, no. I'm still going to talk about it a little bit more, but just, you know. I'm not going to spend every episode talking about it. Unless no. Shit. I'm sorry, I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about it, aren't I? Whatever. That's your mistake for subscribing to me. Or watching me, for that matter. So, yeah. I think in Bug Fables or Crosscode, one of those Let's Plays, I mentioned how for the One Piece campaign, I started doing a role-playing exercise by basically writing a journal from the viewpoint of my character, because my character is the navigator. She is the only one that like keeps track of the dates anyway as the navigator. Nobody else actually knows the real like date of the campaign besides like maybe one other person that I've told, you know, because of emergency, like in the game. And essentially, I decided to write a journal from her perspective because she's going to be writing in it anyway. And I have a lot of dead time to kill because I'm an unmotivated piece of shit. But I am motivated when it comes to doing random shit that won't benefit me whatsoever. And that includes recording and also writing in a journal that is in a fictional world that is not even good writing. It's not even fun to, like, read. But I still like it anyway, because it's cool. So I've started writing, like, the Joanna's journal since, like, 2020. Ever since I got a journal. And I just finished the first journal, like, a couple weeks ago. And that shit is 280 pages single-spaced. What the hell? I know some of you are thinking, wow, that's really weird and kind of, like, creepy, maybe. I mean, I'll admit, yeah, maybe I did put a little bit too much effort in it, but now that I'm committed, like, I'm just gonna keep going, and the DM likes it. The DM thinks it's actually really fun that I'm doing something like this, and he's, like, utilizing it in the campaign in a sense, and, like, actually having it be kind of like a plot MacGuffin. I don't know, I think through, like, writing a fictional character's... I think through writing like that, I kind of, like, discovered, like, hey, writing is actually kind of fun. I'm bad at it, but it's kind of fun. I mean, okay. I mean, my writing may be bad, but can it really be any worse than any, like, of the popular young adult novelists out there? The answer is no, because popular young adult novels are basically fucking softcore porn. Like, I fucking kid you not. Like... For those of you that have, that read books and haven't delved into the rabbit hole of young adult novels for girls, specifically for women, stay far, far away from them. Like, seriously, stay far away from those types of books, even if your life depends on it. Because what you're going to get is the most fetishy, weird, like, confused, like, urban fantasy stories you'll ever see in your life. Like, I don't, like... And that's putting it lightly. Like, some of the shit that you see in young adult novels like that are just... You don't want to see it. You don't want to think it. I'm glad I have aphantasia. I'm glad I can't imagine those scenarios that those authors come up with. Because they, like, have, like, self-inserts of female protagonists. Kinda ditzy, kinda cute, and then suddenly, big, handsome ab guy falls in love with him. But, oh no, big, handsome ab guy isn't just big, handsome ab guy. They only have abs, and their personality amounts to edgelord and literally mass criminal, mass murderer. Like, and female protagonist is like, but I can change him. I can make him do better. Meanwhile, like, next scene cuts to to romantic male love interest, kidnapping girlfriend, and putting her in torture chamber through and like experiencing some weird BDSM Stockholm syndrome shit. And female protagonist is like, I can change you. I know you're actually a good guy on the inside. Oh. If you think I'm making this shit up, I'm not. Like, it's fucking weird and disgusting. I mean, who am I to judge people's kinks and, like, porn preferences? But, like, these are young adult novels here. These are novels that, like, 15-year-old girls would be reading. Yeah. When I was in that phase of, young adult, like, of reading those stupid young adult novels, because I was like, oh, like, the magic is kind of cool. I like female protagonists. They're kind of cool and interesting to read, because, like, I've read, like, mostly male protagonists up to that point, or seen movies and played games with male protagonists. Like, the female protagonist. Very interesting perspective change. 13-year-old boy reading the most fetishy, weird, softcore porn shit. Yeah. Yeah. No wonder I grew up to be this way. Oh, I accidentally bumped the mic cord. So yeah, whenever I was reading those as like a teenager, people would sometimes come up to me and ask me like, what are you reading, Dominic? And I'd say, it's a fantasy book. It has like dragons, and it's cool. Meanwhile, I'm on the scene where female protagonist and male love interest have sex and then have dragon babies. Like, okay. Like, I didn't know anybody better as a kid. I'm just thinking, like, this is what fiction is like, huh? That's not what fiction is like. Not all of it. And so my taste, my fucking taste in media has forever been skewed to be fucking weird. Maybe that's why I, like, kind of unironically fucking love ecchi so much. Or, well, not unironically, just very ironically to the point where it's almost unironic. Because, I just think it's hilarious how they write fucking, you know, tits and ass into a story and try to explain it. Because that's literally any young adult fiction book. Except, instead of tits and ass, it's abs and abs. I have the Haunty Halls comet. I kind of want to do this level, get the comet medals, so, you know. At this point of the game, we're starting to get to, the game is starting to opening up a lot more. It's starting to open up a lot more with, like, extra comets and shit to do, now that I've collected enough comet medals. So I could continue on progressing, and I will eventually be forced to if I continue doing comets. So I'm just going to play this galaxy, unlock the other one that's behind this path. And I'm going to, right, it's not this level. It's not this mission where I have to find the star pieces. And I think there's a 1-up on the bottom here. Or on the top, rather. No. But there is a comet medal here. Okay, there it is. Oh, come on. Get away. Get away, fucking ice dude. I hate you. Yeah. Recent, like, yes, like, I was talking about, like, the whole, like, young adult, like, novel kind of thing with Matilda recently. I know I was a little bit hesitant to say her name in the earlier episodes of this LP, but this is like episode 7. This is episode 7. And she agreed to, she completely agreed to, you know, uploading the It Takes Two LP, so I don't really mind saying her name out loud. But I was talking with, like, about this subject with her, and she's like, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Young adult novels are weird and gross. And, like, I asked her, like, serious, like, I asked, like, okay, from a female perspective, like, what do you even think of these novels? She's just like, they're just confusing. Like, they're trying to be fetishy, but they don't even know what kind of fetish they're trying to pander to. Like, you know what? Fair point. Okay. Ah, yes. That comet. You know what? People are gonna kill me if I don't do that comet, so I'm gonna do that comet. And then I'm gonna do it with input delay, probably. Nice. Okay. So I guess I'll immediately date the video and talk about this. People have been speculating about a Nintendo Direct for like the past couple of weeks now that it's June and E3 season. And yes, I love me input delay. Input delay is awesome, yeah, I love input delay. Yeah, ooh, ooh, ooh. I move the control stick to move a second later. I don't know. I love input delay. Yeah, no, I need to work on the lyrics for that one. Okay, no input delay this time. Nope, input delay. Fuck. Is it like the bitrate or something? Is it really like the bitrate? Is this level too fast for the capture card to handle? I doubt that. So anyway, Nintendo Direct. It hasn't been confirmed yet. I mean, there's a Xenoblade 3 Direct happening tomorrow, when I'm getting my wisdom teeth extracted. But as far as, like, an actual, like, Nintendo Direct goes, nah, not one has been confirmed yet. It's probably happening next week, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Because, honestly, I don't even know... I don't even really know what the hell, Nintendo would announce in a new Nintendo Direct. We already have Xenoblade 3. We're getting that specific Direct, tomorrow. We have Splatoon 3 coming out in September. A game that I want to get. I know, I'm just a common Splatoon fan that just wants the same game over and over and doesn't care if they don't change anything. I'll still buy the game for $60 even though I already have Splatoon 2. I mean, I don't know, it's a shooter. COD does less every year. But, like, even beyond that, they just released Mario Strikers Battle League, which is actually a bad game. Or, very disappointing, apparently. Because, the animations aren't as good as the old one, and, the gameplay is a little bit more finicky, and also there's less content, less characters than in the old games. Like, the Mario sports games recently just fucking suck. They're just bad. Mario Tennis Aces was at least alright because the fundamental gameplay was actually finished. It was actually, like, kind of good. It was actually, like, engaging and fun. Mario Golf Super Rush is just straight up inferior to the older Mario Golf games, and doesn't have as much Mario representation or as fun control, because you basically don't have control over the ball besides how far it goes and where it'll approximately land. Like, like, you just have RNG hits, left wing or right wing. Even if you hit the ball, like, not in the red zone, you still have, like, RNG, which just... It doesn't look fun. The music doesn't really... It isn't really that engaging compared to the previous games, and, like, yeah. And now Mario Strikers Battle League, like, it was made by Next Level Games, different studio than Camelot. And they still fucked it up because of fucking, like, probably deadlines. Nintendo was probably rushing Next Level and Camelot to make the sports games, like, fucking yearly. Like... just release a finished product. Literally, the last finished product Nintendo released was Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and I recorded a full LP of that, and it was awesome, and I never got to upload it because it fucking just died. It deleted itself. I'm still salty about that. I'm thinking. You know what? I don't know how long this episode has been going on. I want to say about 20 or so minutes. I'm going to do this galaxy because it's short, and I'm going to end it off. Yeah. And also, like... What else is lined up for later in the year? There's Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, which I think is coming out in, like, holiday, or, like, January, maybe, of 2023. Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out next year for obvious reasons, because it's not finished. And it's not gonna be finished. Probably not until, like, late 2023. Like, I don't think Breath of the Wild was actually really a finished game. Well, because there's so much padding and stupid shit in that game, with essentially an empty overworld. Like, there's no reason to go out of your way to collect the Koroks beyond, like, you know, 100 of them. Because, like, at that point, it just gets redundant and you don't need that big of an inventory. Like, I beat Breath of the Wild originally in my first playthrough with only finding 50 Korok seeds. Like, you don't need a big inventory in that game. Is it annoying? A little bit, but you don't need it. And everything else in Breath of the Wild, like, the dungeons, they were bad. They weren't actually good. I mean, they were mediocre at best, but I wouldn't call them fun or engaging or good after, like, the first one. Because they're all essentially the same, because you don't actually gain any abilities throughout the game. Like, you don't get any cool items in Breath of the Wild, you don't, like, gain any new abilities besides the one at the end of the dungeons, and they're just kind of general use abilities and not, like, cool, fun weapons that you get or anything. It's just, like... There's so many things wrong with Breath of the Wild. I'm really hoping Breath of the Wild 2 fixes that. Like, actually implements a sense of progression. Actually, like, gives the player items that'll lead them to progress to certain areas that they can't get to right away. Like, I know this is, like, the antithesis to what Breath of the Wild is, but I want Breath of the Wild 2 to be a little bit more linear in its progression. I want to have goals to work towards in Breath of the Wild 2 besides defeat the final boss. I want to have other, like, mini goals that, like, I have to, like, unlock, like, keys for to find, or, like, find them throughout the world, or unlock new abilities by, like, going to, like, certain aspects of the world. Like, I just want a Zelda game, like a classic Zelda game, but you can tackle the dungeons in any order as long as you have the equipment. Like fucking, like Link to the Past or something. Like Link Between Worlds. Like seriously, that was like a really good Zelda game in my eyes, and it was like pseudo-open world, pseudo-linear, and it was really good that way. I don't know, but I think I'm in the minority on that one. People love Breath of the Wild. And I know people like Link Between Worlds, but like people love Breath of the Wild for being open world, even though it's just an empty mess of fucking hodgepodge clusterfuck. Hey, Rosalina. So yeah, I guess the only other thing Nintendo could announce in the Nintendo Direct would be Metroid Prime 4. That's not gonna happen. That game isn't gonna be finished till like 2024 or 2025 at the least, at the earliest. So, yeah. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was no Nintendo Direct in a couple weeks, but that's fine. If there is, I'll do a reaction video. And if there isn't, I won't do a reaction video. See you guys next episode. In the next episode, we will continue World 3. I'm already at 41 stars, and I only recorded 3 episodes this session. What the heck? This game is going by a lot faster than I thought. Maybe I'm just fast. Or maybe I've just done a lot of short stars. Either way, see you next time. Bye.